So right now, these widgets are being read from the a topic ID that is being passed as a property. How about from a URL that we can type it in? Maybe we navigate it there from selecting the course, the module, the lessons, the topic, right? And then the URL changes in there. So let's ideally we would do something like /111. Right now it's not mapped to anything, right? So let's try it out, what that might look like. So let's create a route in the in our parents, the top level component. I believe we where do we put the top level component? I believe it's the manager, maybe. That's where we have our routes. So let's declare another route. Let's declare a route over here. Obviously, you might need to massage this a little bit so it works with your particular implementation. What I'm going to route it to, right now we have what route? We have just course editor and the module and the course. Yes? I'm going to just map it to this topic slash and then 111. Right now it's not mapped to anything, so it doesn't show anything. Yes? Right? So I'm going to map it, and I can choose any one of these. I guess right now we only have course. We're not using module ID. I never implemented it here. So course ID, and this will be /topics/ the topic ID. And I'm going to pass down the topic. I'm going to parse it out from the URL so that the topic ID will be passed in as an argument through a property. So that now in the course editor we have the widget list, right? We can pass down, instead of the topic ID being hard-coded here, will be whatever the topic comes from above, right? The topic ID, which will be passed down as a property here, right? Course ID, module ID, lesson ID, and the topic ID. See that? So now if we go back and refresh, doesn't quite work. Wait, did I map it right? The manager, oh, topic. There it is, right? So now I'm showing the topics for 111 or the topics for 222. See that? Now this is working because I am hitting enter, and that enter re-renders the whole thing. Okay? It re-renders the whole thing. It's causing an entire re-rendering of everything, right? But when you're clicking on the hyperlinks, it doesn't actually re-render the whole thing, right? Instead, it just changes the URL. Only changes the URL, but it doesn't do an entire refresh. So to handle the navigation without refreshing the whole thing, you need to make sure that in the widget list component you also implement component did update. Component did update listens for changes in the URL, not a refresh. So a refresh is always calling this component did mount. So that's why it works. Okay, but when you click on hyperlinks, it doesn't refresh. So component did mount will not be called again, right? So a lot of folks will say, well, why am I clicking on the selecting of the topics? It works the first time, right? But when I click on the topics, right, it doesn't re-render the widgets for that topic. Yes. So for that to work, you need to implement the component did update, which listens for the changes in the URL. And now here you'll want to do the same thing. Fetch the topics, the widgets again for the new topic as the URL changed. But if you do this, you're going to end up going into an infinite loop. You have to make sure you wrap this and say, has the topic ID changed? If it has, I want to go fetch them. If it hasn't changed, I don't want to go fetch them. Okay? Because this find here is going to cause a state change. And the state change is going to call again component did update. And component did update is going to fetch them again, and it's going to trigger another state change, which will call again component did update. So you're going to end up in this infinite loop. Right, so you only want to do this fetch if the parent URL did change. Right, so the way we can change that, notice that it passes you the previous properties, which you can compare them with the current properties. If they have changed, then yes, go fetch the data. Otherwise, don't fetch it. I don't need it, right? The state hasn't changed. So previous property is going to compare the old topic ID. I'm going to make sure that if it's not this.props.topic ID, if it hasn't changed, then yes, go fetch me the new widgets. Otherwise, don't fetch them again. There's no need to. Make sense? All right. Right. So here's to now. I don't have a way to validate or test this. I need an actual URL, which I don't have. Actually, we do. We can make a hyperlink here maybe in the maybe in the module list just to test this real quick. Where's our module list? So maybe at the bottom here, we can put a hyperlink here and say a href, or actually we can use a link, right? Link React Router DOM, yep, to here's 222. We can say 222 and 111, and here's 111. Okay, so there it is. So if we click on 111, oops, course, and that. Let's go back. Okay, notice that it's updating. See that? It is updating. You don't notice that it's not refreshing the whole thing, right? It's only updating that one piece, right? And that only works if you put the component did update, right? If I didn't have the component did update, right, it would only work the first time and then it would not re-update, okay?